Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel RF Design Basics. In this video, I am going to discuss the second part of drawing dispersion diagram. You can watch first part of this dispersion diagram drawing in my previous video. I will give a link here also. In the previous part, we have discussed about the simulation setup and we have started the simulation. This simulation will take around 1 hour. Depends upon the different machine. Now first of all, change the basic value of px and py which we have taken there, and for that we have to go. So you have HFSS, and in HFSS we have design properties, and you can see initially I have taken py as 180 degree and px at 0 degree. But in this case, what exactly we have to do is, the px will be starting from 0 to 180 degree. That time py will be 0, and then px will be 180 degree and py will increase from 0 to 180 degree. That's why the condition here we are taking is py as 0, px as 180. If you take reverse, we will not get all the data points. So to get all the data points, we have to just change py to 0 and px to 180 in the design properties and click OK. And after that, whatever we have taken optimetrics here, for the first part gamma to x, second one is x to m, and third is m to gamma. So already we have defined this. In first part, px will be varying from 0 to 180 degree while py will be 0. In second part, px will be 180 degree and py will be moving from 0 to 180 degree, and in third part both of them will start from 180 degree and end at 0 degree. And we are going to take all those data in this order only. So after the simulation, we are going to plot it from the results. Right click on this, create eigen mode parameter report, and then rectangular plot. So when you click this, you have eigen modes, mode 1, because we have selected mode 1 only. If you have selected more than mode 1, then 2 modes will be there, and you can plot for both the mode individually and then put it in the same graph to get the band gap. Here we are just going to see the dispersion of the wave by looking into the wave number. So we have just taken only one mode, and this is real of the value, so RE, and click on new report. So once you click the new report, you have this is the simulation result. Right click on this and export it, because here we cannot plot it. This is between only 0 to 180 degree, and for various case all these lines are there. We have to use this in a graph plotting software, or in Excel we will put, and then we'll show how to plot it. So export it. So after the exporting, you can just put some name here. So I'll just put dispersion and save it in my folder. So when you save it, we can see the folder here. So this is the CSV file. So you can see there are datas for, this is the phase of py which is varying from 0 to 180 degree, and these are phase of x which is varying from 0 degree, 15, 30 and so on. This will be 180 degree. So this is the last angle of px. So py 0 to 180 degree, ps 0 to 180 degree. Actually you won't get these values if we just change the simulation setup initially as px 180 degree and py 0. Since I have already taken that case also, that's why I have got so many datas, but I don't have to bother about this data. I don't need this data. That means I don't need the data of when py is 15 and px is 0. When px is 0, for that case we don't need any data of py. Okay, so I am just deleting this. I need only data of px 180 degree and then py is varying from 0 to 180 degree. That means last column. This column I need, but this first column I don't need. So I am just deleting this one. And then we don't need this data also. What this data is saying? This data is saying when py is 180 degree, this was 180 degree. When py is 180 degree, what is the value of different px, 0, 15, 30 and so on. So this also I am going to delete because we don't need that data as well. So I am deleting this. Now what are the data is required is px will vary from 0 to 180 degree. So this data is required 0 to 180 degree. Once it is 180 degree, PS is 180 degree, PY will be varying from 0 to 180 degree. That is what here it was there. So 0, 15 and then we had up to 180. So this is PY. So we need data of PX 180 degree and then PY is varying from 0 to 180 degree. So this is the data, which is the second part. So first part is this data, second part will be this data and third part will be this. So starting from here, then this and like that it will reach the initial value. So let us take this data and paste it in the Excel, putting the angle. So first angle will be 0 to 180 degree for the PX. So whatever I am writing here, that is for 3 cases. So I have written this is for PX, okay, 0 to 180 degree. When PX is 0 to 180 degree, the values are this. You can see this is PX 0, this is PX 180. So I can take this value row and paste it as column. So copy this, come to this and right click, paste spatial and click on transpose so that row will convert to column. Okay, and we are taking only values, so just click values. Okay, so we have got the values here. So this is value from 0 to 180 degree. And what is varying here? This is PX is varying. Okay, so I'll just write for our convenience that this is PX, means 0 to 180 degree angle changes for PX. Here also if we want we can write 0 to 180 degree. So 0, 15 and then drag it so that it will be 0 to 180 degree. So now we have to take PY varying from 0 to 180 degree. So take this, PY is varying from 0 to 180 degree. And what we can see here, this value is common for both. So we'll just leave this value because this value is already taken, 3081. So this value is already taken here. So next we are going to start from the next value and copy from here and paste it here. Now this we say that PY 15 degree, 0 degree is the same. This is PY 0 and PX 180 degree. So PY is 15, then we have PY 30 and then we are going to drag both of them together. So we have dragged it and here we have PY. So we can see PY has become 180 degree and this value is the common value. So at this point PY is 0 degree. So the starting point is gamma. When PX is 180 degree and PY is 0, that is called X. Then this point will be called as M. Why? Because here you have PX equal to 180 degree. So PY and PX both has 180 degree. So this is called M. And now since we have to plot in this fashion, so I will just keep on increasing the angle here so that plot will be in continuous mode. So I'll just increase in the same fashion. So it will be up to 360. Now next part is very crucial, where Px and Py both are going to change from 180 to 0. So both will be changing together, and it has to come down to 0. So choose this and reduce it to 0. So this is up to 0, and similarly the Py will also reduce to 0. Now if I increase this, same thing we can continue up to this row. Px will be also continued up to this row, and this is called gamma. This point is called gamma. This is gamma, then x, then m, and this is also called gamma because finally Py and Px both are 0. Here also Px and Py both were 0. Since only Px was increasing, so Py will remain 0, Py will remain 0. And in this Py is increasing, so Px will remain 180 because Px has become 180, so Px will remain 180 up to this and up to this. So this is the variation actually. This is for the first variation, 0 to 180 degree Px, Py is 0. Then Py is varying from 0 to 180 degree and Px is becoming 180, and that will be constant. And in the third movement, both will be reducing together, and for that we are going to take the data from the first sheet. And how we are going to take the data? We have to take data from the 180 degree common. So this is 180 degree Py and this is also 180 degree, so this is the common data, but this data is already there. For 180 degree we have this ending with 7667. This is the data. So already we have Py 180, Px 180 data is available. So next data is for 165 degree, Px 165 degree and Py is also 165 degree. So this will be the next data. So what we are going to do is, here we'll write equal to this. So that I can make it in a column, equal to next value, equal to next value, equal to next value, equal to, and so on. E, I have taken E, so now this is D, so this is C, and this is B, this is the last one. So I have taken this data, copy it and paste it over here. So we can paste only the values, right click and paste only values. And this side you can put the angle, just in the same fashion, keep on increasing up to this last one. So this has become 540. That point is called gamma. M is 360 point, X is 180 point, and gamma is 0 point. One more thing, to have the proper view of deviation of phase, when it is 0 degree, that time the value should be 0, because when we are starting at 0 degree, we'll make it 0 to see the light line also. Okay, so this will draw the light line, that means the starting of the phase. So we'll keep this as a 0 and last value also 0, because these two values were same, so we made them 0. And now I'm going to plot this. Select these two, and here itself I can plot. You can use plotting software for proper display. Here I am just showing the characteristic of the graph. So insert recommended chart, and we can plot this. Okay, so we can see the variation. This starting from here around at 4 gigahertz, this 4 into 10 per 9, so around 4 gigahertz it has started reducing, and it has gone up to 3 gigahertz and again started increasing, and then finally it is down. So to draw the light line, what we have to do is 0 to the first value, that is 0 to this value. Whatever line is there, that can be extended as dotted line. Similarly, from this side also we have values. If we can change this graph type, so after doing some change in the axis and all, you can make it in this way, where the x-axis will have 0, 180 degree, 360 degree and 540 degree. So 0 degree represents gamma, 180 degree is x, 360 degree is m, and 540 is gamma. So it will represent gamma, x, m and gamma. So this is how you can plot the dispersion diagram of any structure. Thank you.